Good day, everyone. My name is Trisha Jane Soto, and my topic is all about how to write a cover letter. But before that, let me introduce first what is a cover letter. A cover letter is a one-page document that introduces a job seeker's work history, professional skills, and personal interests in applying for a job. Keep it in mind that a cover letter is a supplement to your resume, not a replacement, meaning you don't just repeat whatever is mentioned in your resume. So now let's proceed on how to write a cover letter. There are 7 steps in writing a cover letter, but don't worry, we are going to guide you through the process of writing a cover letter step by step. Step number 1. Start the cover letter with a header. It is important to start your cover letter with a contact information section that includes all the essential information like full name, phone number, email, date, and name of the hiring management or their professional title and name of the company that you are applying to. Example, in this picture, you can see there that there are all essential information that we need to, like full name, phone number, email, date, the name of the hiring management, and name of the company. And also, there are certain cases that you might also consider adding to your cover letter. First is social media profiles. Any type of social media that's relevant to your field, like social media profiles on websites that LinkedIn, GitHub for developers, Medium for writers, or many more. They're also called personal website. If you have a personal website that show how adds value to your application, you can mention it. Let's say you are a professional writer. In that cases, you'd want to link to your blog. And also, here's what you shouldn't mention in your headers. First is your address or city of residence, because this is something you include in your resume. You should not include also in cover letter. Second is an professional email. Make sure your email is presentable. It's pretty hard for a hiring management or manager to take you seriously if your email addresses is like this. It is not presentable. Whenever you're applying for a job, stick the first name and last name of your email, like this. Step 2. Greet the hiring manager or address the hiring manager, ideally by their name. If you can address your cover letter to the reader using their name, do it. We know that the greetings like "to whom it may concern" and "dear sir" or "ma'am" are old-fashioned, but it's easier than ever to find the right person's name using LinkedIn or exploring a company website or contacting the human resources department and asking. I suggest that make a research about the hiring manager so that you have know about his or her background. Step 3. Write an attention-grabbing introduction. First impression matters, especially when it comes to your job search. We know that recruiters get hundreds or sometimes even thousands of applications. The chances they are not going to be reading every single cover letter end to end, so it is essential to catch their attention from the very first paragraph. Let's look this example. Dear Josh, my name is Michael and I'd like to help XYZ Incorporation hit and exceed their sales goals as a sales manager. I've worked with Company X, a fintech company, for 3 more years as a sales representative. I generated an average of $30,000 plus in sales per month. I believe that my previous industry experience as well as excellence in sales make me the right candidate for the job. Now that we've covered the introduction, let's talk about the body of your cover letter. So this part is split into 2 paragraphs. The first is for explaining why you are the perfect person for the job, and the next is for improving that you are a good fit for the company. So the step 4 is explain why you are the perfect person for the job. In this part is you show off your personal skills and convince the hiring manager that you are a better fit for the job than all the other applicants. But first thing first, before you even write anything, you need to learn what the most important requirements for the role are. So open up the job ad and identify which of the responsibilities are the most critical. For the sake of the example, let's say you are applying for the position of Facebook advertiser. So you can search or scan the job ad and see the top requirements are. Example, this is the requirements. First is you have experience managing a Facebook ad and budget of $10,000 a month. And the second is some skills in advertising on other platform like Google search, Twitter, YouTube. Then third is excellent copywriting skills. Now that you already know what are the possible requirements, in this section, you need to discuss how you fulfill these requirements. So here, how that would look, for example. Step 5. Explain why you are a good fit for the company. The HR manager doesn't only look at whether you'll be good at the job or not. They are looking for someone that also a good fit for the company culture. Meaning, you also need to convince the HR manager that you are really passionate about working with them. So, how do you do this? Well, as a start, you want to do some research about the company. You want to know things like what's the company business model, what's the company product or services, or have you used it, and what's the culture like? Will someone micromanage your work, or will you have autonomy on how you get things done? Now that you find all the information you need on the company website or somewhere around the web, then you need to figure out what you like about the company and turn that into text. Let's say, for example, you are passionate about the product and you like the culture of innovation and dependent work in the organization, and you write something like this, for example. I personally use the XYZ smartphone and I believe that it's the most innovative tech that I've used in years. The features such as made up features number 1 and made up feature number 2 were real game changers for that device. I really admire how company XYZ strives for excellence for all its product lines, creating market leading tech. As someone that thrives in a self-driven environment, I truly believe that I and company XYZ will be a great match. Step 6. Wrap up with a call to action. Finally, it's time to finish up your cover letter and write the conclusion. In the final paragraph, you want to wrap up any points you couldn't in the previous paragraph. Do you have anything left to say? Any other information that could help the hiring manager make their decision? Mention it here. Then, thank the hiring manager for their time. And finish the cover letter with a call to action. The very last sentence in your cover letter should be a call to action. You should ask the hiring manager to take some sort of action. And now, let's turn this into a practical example. So, to wrap it all up, thanks for looking into my application. I hope I can help Company X make the most out of their Facebook marketing initiatives. I love to further discuss how my previous success at XYZ Corporation can help you achieve your Facebook marketing goals. So, the last steps is use the right formal closing. Once you're done with the final paragraph, all you have to do is write down a formal goodbye and you're good to go. Feel free to use one of the most popular conclusions to a cover letter, like best regards, kind regards, sincerely, thank you. And we are finally done. But before sending off the cover letter, make sure to proofread it with software like Grammarly, or maybe even get a friend to review it for you. That's all my report, and the next reporter will be the continuation of this topic. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Regine Sumabat. So today I will discuss the key elements of cover letter and how cover letter is important. So let's start. So the key elements of cover letter. So what are the key elements of cover letter? So it contains information about you, date, contact person's name, title, employer, and address, the salutation, the opening paragraph, middle paragraph, second middle paragraph, and the lastly is the contact information and closing. So let's begin with the information about you. So it includes your name, address, phone number, and email address. The second one is the date. So include a date that when you are applying for a job. The third is the contact person, title, employer, and address. Should it includes or should be seen as the hiring authority's name, the address, the title, and also the company name. So the fourth one is the salutation. So you can use the last name of the on the contact. So you can say, "Dear Mr. Smith." So if a man's name is on the contact, or this "Dear Mrs. Smith" if the woman's name is on the contract. If there's no name on the contract, you can use "Dear Employer Manager." But never use the first name unless you know the individual, and if it is acceptable to them to write that on your cover letter, and never use "Dear Sir" or "to whom it may concern." The next one is the opening paragraph or introduction. So you need to state what you are writing. Name the position or name the type of work that you are applying for, and mention how you heard of the opening of the organization. You can say through website or through referral. And the next one is the body or the middle paragraph. You can give a background of your skills that states that you are qualified for the position. Or on the body, here you want to describe your major strengths and as they relate to the position that you are seeking. If possible, mention one or two recent accomplishments that illustrate your proficiency and effectiveness. The idea is to create interest and show how your skills and qualification can be value of the organization. To make the reader want to know you more, don't restate everything that written in your resume. So, but refer the reader to the enclosed resume for the detail on your qualification and experience. So the next one is the conclusion or the closing paragraph. So restate the strong interest in the position or organization and your desire for a face-to-face meeting. Pave the way for the interview by indicating the action or steps you will take in the initiate meeting. If it's not appropriate, simply state that you look forward to hearing from their company. And finally, express your appreciation for the hiring authority's name and consideration. So the last one is the complimentary. So it includes your name and your signature. So I have here the example of a cover letter that shows the key elements. The information about you, the date, the contact persons, the name of the company, the opening paragraph or introduction, the body, the conclusion, and the complimentary. How important cover letter is. A cover letter is more than just a formality and courtesy, and it is an opportunity to impress employers that you are suitable for the job that you're applying for. While research suggests that employers favor resumes that are accompanied by a cover letter, making it a critical component of your job search strategy. So, a well-written cover letter or a winning cover letter is an opportunity to show the reader that you are value, unique, you have the personality, the experience, and enthusiasm. The first one is value or immediate value. Most of us believe that first impressions count. A concise and compelling cover letter is your first chance to stand out and be considered a strong candidate among top competition. Immediately emphasizing your key strengths will help sell your strength, grabbing the reader's attention and increasingly the likelihood of progression through the selection process. And the next one is the unique fit. It is the uniqueness among all the candidates. The cover letter is an important way to showcase your unique combination of skills, experience, met the key requirements of the job description. It is your chance to show a clear link between your knowledge, experience, abilities, and the needs of the employer. The third one is your personality. The wording of your cover letter can express your personality in a way that your resume cannot. The tone of your letter gives the employer an important insight into your personality and the kind of traits that could add value to their team. So it allows you to explain in your own words why you are the best person for the job, why you are the best person that is suitable for the job and be part to their team. Lastly is the enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, it is the opportunity to express that you are enthusiastic about the role and to demonstrate the value you would add to the employer, because a compelling cover letter shows that you have taken the time to research the company and understand the employer's needs and job requirements. By winning a cover letter, it should be brings your resume to life. By aligning your cover letter or your curriculum vitae with a job specification for the role, you can highlight exactly why you should be hired for the position while expressing your keenness to become part of the team that you are applying for. So I have 6 valid reasons why cover letter is absolutely necessary. First is it tells the employer who you are and why you need to be part of the team. Next, it showcases your writing ability. The third one is it lets you highlight your strengths. Fourth is it shows that you're serious about the opportunity that they were given to you. Lastly, it makes up a resume that can stand alone. The main role of cover letter is to introduce yourself to the employer and encourage them to read your resume. It also aims to show that you are the right person for their business and you need to be part for their team.